Greetings and welcome to my channel. My name is Ignatius and this is Highrise City, and I am currently readjusting the microphone. I hope this should be better. I've noticed that in the past couple of videos that I've recorded, the sound hasn't been, or my voice hasn't been all that good. So I've played this game last time in March 2022 apparently. I've just seen somebody play it. I think it was Catherine of Sky, and I thought it looked interesting, so as I do always in these cases, I had a look at if I already owned the game, and I did, which isn't much of a surprise at 989 games. Well, about 12 years of collecting. So let's not talk of this anymore. New game. Ooh. I have no clue how this works, but sandbox does sound like a good idea. All of this looks halfway okay. Okay. My bad, Vancouver. Sandbox. Okay. Looks like some sort of a river and coastal area or something with all the stuff. That's good. Let's make a new city. And not name it the same as before. What do we... let's say... let's be creative. Yes. This is creative. Mayor name would be... oh, Jesus, that was the wrong... Ignatius. Again, creative. Something entirely new. Okay, what do we have here? Trade, population satisfaction, start conditions, start money, economy. Let's customize. So, construction company, difficult features can be unlocked in the game. Buildings require construction company. This enables a blueprint mode. Let's go back and have a look at... okay. I don't actually know. Difficult feature can unlock. Okay. Can be unlocked in game. So we can't use them just yet. Research points. I have not a single clue. Build cost refund. Let's give myself full. Economy, consumer goods, revenue 120, terraforming. Let's go a little bit higher, 100 each. I would have loved some levels in between. Reset cost of research points, cost for land purchase, and there are only 2. Okay. Start money. Let's go with 4. Half filled full. 50 each. Let's do this. Requires a lower level of satisfaction for the maximum number of citizens. This I would say we will take research points. I got no clue what this is. Build cost has no refund. Economy shall be easy. Start money shall be easy. Something like this. Oh, let's go this. So that we're just at the cusp of normal. That is difficult enough. So let's see what happens.
Welcome. My name is Ronnie, lead engineer and official voice of the Highrise City project.
Hello, Ronnie.
Our analysis of the data collected worldwide has shown that you are the best person for the new position of project manager. Your vast experience in strategy is unparalleled. Many different projects focusing on planning, simulation, and economics are listed in your portfolio. There is a lot at stake here. Our first attempts were difficult, so embrace the opportunity. But before you jump into action, here are a few hints about the special characteristics in Highrise City.
Strongly playing tutorial. Okay, then let's play
Let's
the
start
tutorial.
with something simple. You can move your HUD screens by... Now let's get used to the basic controls.
WSD.
You can move your camera easily with W, S, A, and D, or with the arrow keys.
Or right click, middle click pans. So do... that's not good. That's not good. Options, controls. Move forward, rotate left and right. These of course need to be switched around. Okay, audio, master volume is good. Music, let's go a little bit back with that. That's okay. Now we're talking. Okay, next.
To rotate the camera,
I
to
know.
zoom, spin the mouse wheel. Good. Now let's move on. In the left upper corner, you can see your current balance, and below you can see if you're making profit or if you're losing money. And by the way, if you ever run short of money, remember you can also take out a loan. Next to this, you'll find the number of your inhabitants and the info if they are leaving your city or if they are... Here you can see the resources. To build buildings, you need both money and materials. As you play the game, more resources will become available.
Yes, I've done the mistake of taking money before. It was expensive.
All right, now let's build something. Let's start with some streets. If you move the mouse to the bottom of the screen, the building menu appears.
No, right click to insert. Maybe highlight buildings, short keys, building menus. Auto save. Windows Edge scroll. No, I very much dislike that. Shoot, it's still active. So let's try that again. Windows Edge scroll. No. Still no. Do I have to say OK somewhere? No! I can't say OK in anywhere. I very much dislike that. Always have. Why is that option not disableable? No. That's a... There is no button to say yes. Let's try this. These work. Edge scroll sensitivity. Let's put that to 0. And with that, I have outsmarted the game. Build roads, buildings and zones using construction menu. Display the menu. Yes, here. Click the lock item. Oopsie, that was destruction. Sorry. To keep the menu displayed. Okay, use construction menu to build some roads. Building roads. What do we have here? Two lane, 4 lane and 6 lane. For the moment, let's just have a little bit of 2 lane, something like this. Let's do the same as they do. Something like this, I would say. Okay, actual matter of fact. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. And placing craftsman, employee and office. Apartment zones. We'll craftsmen to fill jobs in the city. Build apartments for craftsmen, more of them can move into the city. Which next? Okay. I don't know. Let's give them.
Citizens decide to build houses based on external influences. In higher ranked zones, skyscrapers of up to several hundred meters may be created. However, this takes time. After the first flats have been built, a symbol appears above the buildings. It signals that this building has problems. Details about the building can be found in the building menu. Here you can see what is missing to satisfy the people living there.
Water and electricity, which of course makes sense.
Here you can see which services are needed. Some services are more important than others for your citizens. Residents of the first zone usually just need a good doctor close by. Wind turbines can be placed anywhere in the city. They don't need roads nearby. They will supply the buildings with power anyway, so just place them where you would like to have them.
Let's test that.
In order for the electricity to reach your city, we need a substation. It will carry the electricity from your wind turbine to your city and distribute it there. Now build a small electrical substation. When placing the substation, most buildings also need water.
Okay. What I also need appears to be exactly this, a way to transport the electricity to my citizens. Well, let's do it directly. Would this be sufficient? Electrical substation. Ah, it needs its own okay. Let's learn how this works. And have another substation. And then let's connect these two together. we should have power. And we have power. Hello, power. Wonderful. That one is okay. Now we are going to need some water. As the gentleman has said. That would be a water tank, huh?
Water towers produce water, but they also need electricity. Build water towers near residential buildings. Under your mouse, you see a white water node. Each building which is producing water also has such a node. Click on the one from the water tower to have a starting point. Now draw your pipes. By the way, unconnected nodes will appear red.
Okay. Now everybody's happy.
Your city produces garbage, and that can cause serious issues. So you should take care of that. Garbage carriers can pick it up.
I have the money. Oh, I have to be careful with that stuff. Garbage, how much does that cost? Little bit. Must collect the garbage is improved because increased garbage levels will severely note the garbage collector has wide range. Okay. Oh yes, this has wide range. But first let me have a look at the range of this and that. Okay. So let me see. I'm now thinking of placing a road. They only cost money, that's good. Round about here. Let's test. No, sorry. Okay, and the garbage collector. Will work if placed round about here.
Garbage zones must be placed so garbage can be stored.
Okay. Garbage zones. Ooh. I am getting really low on resources of any kind.
The doctor can take care of a defined zone you can see as a circle. Later on in the game, additional services will be required.
How am I making planks? Okay, we've got movement in the city. $29 tons a month. Production nil. Consumption nil. Okay. Now that we've dealt with infrastructure, let's services. At the start of the game, your citizens are only asking you healthcare and shopping facilities. As the game progresses, you will need. Okay, place the medical center and supermarket. That would be here, the medical center. It's of course going to be here. And the supermarket is of course also going to be here.
Finally, we will cover the consumer goods. Fish is one of the most fundamental foods, and they can be acquired by a fishery. Those have to be placed near water and require road access.
Okay, the R key was not what I thought it was. Ah, okay. That means that I need to build a little bit of road. A little bit of road. I've got the money. Let's do it this way and connect them up here. Okay, let's do the fishery right about here.
To build a farm, you need to define an area with surrounding streets. The roads must be a closed system. Existing roads can also be used.
Vegetable farm. Okay. And he will fill out. Okay. Understood. Let's do the road thing first. I hope I'm not too big here. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, not too big a farm. How are my people doing? I am now costing money, okay? I really have to stop producing planks. And I mean really have to stop producing planks. I reach craftsman group 1 695, probably that's about all I can have. Okay, next.
Build the shipping company next to a road. They also have a certain action radius. Within that radius, goods are collected. If the radius is too big, it takes much longer to pick up the goods.
Can pick up your consumer goods and deliver them to storage as long as your industrial buildings are within range of the haulage company and can be accessed. Yes, a large service area causes trucks to deliver long distance. Check that the fishery and vegetable farms are within the range for haulage company after building them. Okay. So, next up, the haulage company. Let's place that one. Somewhere in the middle, here.
Let us go back to an apartment, so we can see the difference in satisfaction now that we fixed most of the issues.
Oh, hello.
You can see here which goods or food they need. Some goods have a higher impact on their satisfaction.
Cool.
Once selected, you can see the range of the building displayed as a circle. The productivity is also displayed. And yes, the lumberjack yard also needs access to a road to function.
Fortunately, there is a whole lot of wood here. Do we have... small logger, a sawmill? Cuts wood and plants new trees. Okay, so let's do this right here. 6 and 70%. 50, 70, 80. The issue is that this is far away from here, so I will need a second one of those. And first I will build. This episode is really long already. Bit of a road here. Right through the forest. And place a lumberjack yard or a small logger right here where it can have 100%. Although I'll put it on the outsides about here, and a second one here. Which then of course means that I need a second haulage company. To be placed, I would say exactly here. Come on!
Here you can see the status of the building. How many raw materials are in the building's storage, how high the operating costs are, what problems the building might have, the construction progress, and much more. Make sure the lumberjack yard is within the reach of your carrier, or place another carrier closer to it in order to keep travel times as low as possible. Now that you are producing wood, it is time to process them into planks. For this procedure, you will need to build a sawmill. Note: place the sawmill within reach of a carrier and next to a road.
In actual matter of fact, let's put it here then.
Insulation material is another important resource for your city. It is farmed the same way as your vegetables. Mark out an area using roads. This area will become your farm. Now make sure the farm building is connected to your road network and in reach of a carrier.
Okay, let's first have some roads. The insulation area, the insulation producer is actually going to be made right opposite to the farm. Round about here. Farm has an issue. No access to the water network. I see. Let's give them access then. Water. As a matter of fact, let's build the water all around the road, as I should have from the get-go. So that everybody has access to water. Something like this.
Industrial buildings require offices to function.
34.
Offices don't have to be next to any specific building. However, they still require a road to be close by. Building offices is one of the best ways to generate money. Too much is better than not enough.
Not terraforming, sorry. First I need and want some more craftsmen. This is something I really don't like about tutorials.
The construction of such custom buildings also costs money and resources.
Okay, open the resources menu.
This menu gives a good overview about the resources. To expand the capacity of your city, you will need to build warehouses.
I see. All the wood is being processed. Garbage is hopefully being collected. At least to some degree. That should be alright.
The town hall is an important building. After you've placed it, you can see revenues and other statistics about your town in detail.
Okay. Let's give it to town hall. Admin. Open the city budget menu. Needs 13 more workers. Now I'm low on people.
Here you can see how the balance is calculated. You can also define the taxes here.
Which I will not touch at this time.
In a not-so-distant future, a large part of humanity lives in cities, and the infrastructure can hardly keep up with the ever-growing number of people. Roads are clogged, there is not enough housing, and basic services are at risk. It was at this time that the Highrise City HRC research project was launched, with the goal of building new cities as quickly as possible to combat overpopulation. The project was led by an international team of engineers, architects, politicians, philosophers, farmers, and urban planners. The idea is to build a city that should be completely functional and as independent as possible within a few years. The city should use the latest technologies and be sustainable. In this regard, planning and development of the city should be carried out as quickly as possible in order to meet the demand for new housing and workplaces in a timely manner.
This is actually a good idea. Is the tutorial finished now? Am I able to? It looks like I am. Okay, make more people. Okay. I can now start making clay, which I can turn into bricks. Okay, now that we have an overview of how the game works, I'm going to stop this episode here, and I'm going to restart because now I have a better idea of what and how I want to do. And well, that's going to be in the next episode. Until then, I thank you for watching, like, subscribe, you know the drill if you so choose, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.